are live. Welcome back to another edition of the All Sports Matters podcast. I am your boy Amir Shiraz, aka Poppy Ortiz 02. Follow me on Twitter and Twitter X and Instagram. We're on the cusps of Valentine's Day, not cusps of Valentine's Day. Hey, we're back. We're back on a Friday. Hey, Super Bowl was fantastic, right? We had a good time. But before we get to that and break down the results, I am gonna bring my boys on the screen. First and foremost, I believe JB has stopped crying since last Sunday. JB, what is going on?
I've not stopped. It's a storm cloud. It's a storm cloud.
Niners are still struggling out in Santa Clara.
And we back, baby.
Well, we know who's not going to be back, Steve Wilks, and we will dive into all of that when it comes
Steve Wilks will not be back.
And franchise. Chef, the chef is feeling chefy. Welcome back to another edition of the All Sports Matters podcast. What's going on, Chef?
What's good? What's going on with it, man? Just recovering with some nice bourbon right here with y'all good peoples.
Big Sheffels.
And for the record, that's one of his 31 flavors of spices. He is the epitome of Baskin Robbins.
So you're right.
When it comes to the chef world, just want to throw it out there.
So you're right.
Yeah. And welcome back to our brother who's been MIA for a few weeks. Again, like we said, life do be lifing.
Life be lifing, bro. Life be lifing.
More, 2.5 belt more. What's going on? Welcome back.
What's up, my brothers, man?
Glad 2 belts in a ring.
You know, yeah, life be lifing, man. I feel like I'm the scapegoat like Steve Wilks, bro.
So I'm going to start the show off by saying there's 4 of us, and neither one of us got the prediction right that the Chiefs was going to win the Super Bowls.
I wasn't here.
Y'all did say it was gonna be close, but in the other direction,
definitely say it's gonna be 3 points. So
JB, I'm gonna go to you first. What happened to your 17ers?
Well, they scored more than 17 points, but what they did, they pulled a Baltimore Ravens and they stopped running the ball. You got Christian McCaffrey, who's arguably the best running back in the league, and
doesn't that sound familiar?
You stopped using him. You didn't have the game plan set, and you didn't have your all-pro tight end and your all-pro wide receiver and Brandon Ayuk in the game plan. You put it on Steve Wilks because of that prevent defense he played at the end of the game, but at the beginning of the game and during the game, the defense was playing lights out until Drake Greenlaw got hurt, and then Oren Burks just kind of let Travis Kelce do whatever he wanted to do. But Kyle Shanahan, the game plan, you stopped. You stopped doing what brought you to the dance. Same thing Baltimore Ravens did. So it's one of those things.
Johnny Jones, I would not bet against Patrick Mahomes. But yeah, if we would have went where we were picking by, I guess we would have lost our bets. Chef, talk to me about what went wrong with 49ers.
At one point, I was trying to figure out what was going on, why they couldn't block Jones. The offensive line was putrid. They missed blocks. They missed a boatload of blocks. And then, I mean, you can't really blame Brock Purdy when every time he look up, he got a defender like sitting right in his grill, ready to tee on off on him. The game plan was not good, and like Flex said and Jim said, make Wilks the scapegoat is a little bit on the garbage side, because I'm just saying his stats prove that he did a great job this year with that defense. But to turn around and try to put the weight on him as for why they lost, Wilks isn't the offensive coordinator. Wilks isn't the head coach. So why is he the one being scapegoated when they scored more offensive points than you scored? I'm like, the defense did a pretty decent job. So before it was rough. It was
before
rough.
I go to you, Fleck, rumor has it, obviously we're all about that rumor central, is that the defensive backs and the defensive line wasn't seeing eye to eye coming out of training room. Can we expound on that? Do we know anything about that? I was going to ask JB, but he's gone. I'll ask JB that question when we come back. Fleck, I come to you. What did the Chiefs do right?
They came out and played ball in that second half. They came out and played Mahomes playground football in that second half. Because there was a couple of throws that Mahomes made that there was no way in hell they should have been completed. Like that one long pass to, I think it was MVS, that the safety just forgot that he was playing football. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Like, dude's just running in a circle looking for the ball. Like, what are you doing, guy? If he would have turned around, that would have been a pick.
I think that was Hardman, right? Hardman. That was the 52-yard.
Wasn't Hardman? It might have been. Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, that was the Hardman.
That's called a deep one too. That he shouldn't have called. But yeah, I think the play that I'm thinking about was
right. And it was crazy because, and I'm coming right back to you. Mahomes only threw for like 78 yards in the first half. No, sorry, 123.
123.
They had 123, exactly the same.
Yeah, they both
out of the 123, 52 came out of one play, and that was the one you was talking about.
Right. There you go. Ask him what happened with.
So talk to me about. I was asking that question. I didn't want to move on to the Chiefs quite yet, but I had to buy a little bit of time while you go and wipe your tears. The defensive line and the defensive backs were not on one page, according to reports saying Steve Wilks did not have that defense on one accord.
So Steve Wilks is a secondary coach. His specialty is secondary, and that's where that's. And I was telling y'all that before. We started. You say you're making him a scapegoat, but I'm telling you, I have a feeling that it was kind of a mutual thing where he said that he wanted to go at the same time.
How can it be mutual if they're coming out in the public saying that he was fired?
Yes.
Like I'm not gonna mutually agree to something and then hear in the media that I was fired.
There's been plenty of times where teams will say we have mutually parted ways.
Right.
That's mutually.
Exactly.
I hear what y'all saying, but I'm saying he definitely did not want to be there. And Shanahan has come out and said that it just wasn't a fit. So from him saying it wasn't a fit, because that's what he actually said in the press conference. He said that it wasn't a fit. Shanahan never actually said that he fired Steve Wilks. He said it wasn't a fit, so that he's no longer with the team. That's actually what Shanahan said.
But how is he not a fit?
But it was put out there that he was fired. It wasn't put out that they mutually.
Well, maybe you want to collect unemployment.
Well, it was put out. That's what the media did. The media came out and said that he was fired. Kyle Shanahan in his press conference said it wasn't a fit, and they are not moving forward with him. The reason why he wasn't a fit is because Kyle Shanahan, when he got there, he could not bring his system with him. He had to adapt to the San Francisco system because Kyle Shanahan likes his defensive coordinator to focus solely or mostly on the front seven and not the secondary. That's why, as Amir always says it, the secondary looks suspect because Kyle Shanahan likes that.
Now you want to agree with me?
But my other question is with that.
You got to agree with the truth.
But Jim, the stats prove that dude put together a better defensive year than DeMeco Ryans and Saleh. Both.
And you're right.
So how is
my brother?
And you're right.
He literally took that defense and literally had them ranked top tier all season. So I don't understand how you.
But they dropped.
The first half of the Super Bowl.
They dropped from 1. They dropped from 1 to 4 apparently. But I get what y'all are saying. But I'm telling you, if you go somewhere and you used to running a certain system, you a coach, and you getting all these accolades from running this specific system, and you get there and they say, no, you can't run your system. You need to run the system that we have here. You need to learn this system that we have and run that. Would you want to stay there and do that, or would you want to try to?
If that was the case,
yeah, I wouldn't even take
right.
the job.
And that was what I was wondering when he took the job. I was like, well, why would he do that when they making him adapt to the system that they already have, which is crazy.
So
Kyle Shanahan is a choke artist.
That's exactly
let's go ahead and say that. Kyle Shanahan is a choke artist.
Say that out loud one more time, because you are
Kyle Shanahan is a choke artist.
And two, sorry, excuse my language for not saying it any other way, he just shit on Wilkes. Because Wilkes ain't finna find a job no time soon right now. All the jobs are damn near filled.
Exactly.
So
all the defensive jobs filled.
He should have been the Carolina head coach.
yep.
I screwed out of that. And
Yep.
then, I mean, I don't know, man. It's
It rubbed me the wrong way.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm with Fleck. This one rubbed me completely the wrong way.
So I'm going to add on to the heartburn that we have over Steve Wilkes, and it looks like the job is going to Brandon Staley.
No,
Yes.
No.
Yes.
no.
Okay, so maybe he'll make a better coordinator than he did.
Brandon
as
Staley is
head
about to
coach.
be named the next defensive coordinator for the 49ers.
No, Brandon Staley is leaked. Brandon Staley is linked to the job, but so is Mike Vrabel.
Let me tell you what.
So is the co-defensive coordinator for Georgia. So
Vrabel's not going. I am almost 1,000% sure that Vrabel's not going there. Vrabel wants another head coaching job. He'll sit out waiting for another head coaching job before he goes back to being a DC.
You can throw out.
I don't think the assistant head defensive coordinator from Georgia is leaving Georgia. I'm just gonna put that out there.
And
he is literally missed. I don't know how many interviews for coaching jobs in the NFL.
Because they've been calling him for 2 years. And he's like, nah. He's like, yeah, I'll be there, and he just don't show up. Now, Brandon Staley might be it. And it might be like Flex said, maybe he'll be a better coordinator than he is a head coach, because he don't really have to put nothing together and going in to have the system, and all he has to do is come in and adapt to that system. I mean, it's
so you're gonna have 2 choke artists on your staff.
Yeah, possibly.
That's exactly what I was
Well, 3 if you count John Lynch for not trying to do nothing with the offensive line.
On the staff. He's an organization. He's not on the staff.
He's front office.
John Lynch
he better.
Has given y'all the person.
He's giving y'all the pieces. Yeah.
He's giving us a defensive line, but look at the offensive line.
Wasn't he? Didn't he draft Brock Purdy?
Stop. He drafted Purdy. He brought in McCaffrey.
He got offensive line.
Ayuk. Son,
what about the offensive line?
What more do y'all need?
Offensive line. Rob, you said it yourself, Rob. Brock Purdy had no time to do nothing. They was in his face.
So what happened to Trent Williams?
One guy was in his face.
Trent Williams. Yeah, Trent Williams. He on the left side. The guy that was in his face kept coming through on the right side. The right guard. I don't know what he was pulling to.
Off the right side.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I messed that one all the way up. Carry on. I've been drinking. Carry on. I messed that one all the way up.
Okay. Let's
coming off the right side. I don't went back to the defense. I'm sorry.
Let's break this down, and this is actually a debate that's an intriguing one. The 49ers have been to the Super Bowl and or the NFC Championship game for what, 7 years now? 7 years straight? 7 years? 49ers?
4 out of the last 5 years. They've been to the NFC Championship game.
Okay, 3 or 4, yeah.
No, they've been
4 out of the last 5.
They've been more than that.
No, it's 4 out of the last 5, and then before that, they had gone with Harbaugh.
My question: would you rather make it to the show every time, make it to the championship game every time, and fail, or be a team that does not make it at all?
Oh, I'd rather get there and fail. I mean,
I'd rather get there. Be like the Brown, be like the Buffalo Bills of the 90s.
It's just a debate that was had on social
I'd rather get there and fail.
Media alike.
In the words of Ricky Bobby,
you're at least some type of consistent.
Look,
right.
In the words of Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last.
First,
you're last. Trademarked by Ricky Bobby Inc. Ain't be used by nobody but Ricky Bobby Inc.
There you go. And on this show, that was my team, but they lost, and Kyle Shanahan did choke.
4 out of the last 5 years for the Niners.
And we go be non-biased, unlike other shows.
The only year that they didn't go was 2020.
That's when everybody got hurt at MetLife Stadium.
So it's 4 out of the last 5 years.
I'm looking at you, Amir.
I am trying to figure out what went wrong. Obviously, we agree that it is a Kyle Shanahan problem.
Oh, it's definitely a Kyle Shanahan problem. He's a
No
choke
question.
artist. Like I said,
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that until somebody agrees with me.
He was the orchestrator of 28-3, and I was very upset
And he
when
blew
that
a 10-point.
I
And he
w-
blew a 10-point lead.
he did. He blew it. He blew 10-point leads with the 49ers. But yeah, I was upset at the 28-3 because they had just hired him as the head coach when he did that.
Right. And he went in and immediately showed, hold my beer.
With that being said, the guy on the other side of the field, Patrick Mahomes, third Super Bowl championship
In 4 years.
five
5 years.
starting seasons.
Yeah.
5 starting seasons.
5 years. Yep.
He's been a starter for 6 years.
But yeah, it's 3 and 5 years because the
Yeah.
other two was the Rams and the.
What I'm saying is, are we predicting he will be the GOAT when it's all
Not
said
yet.
and done?
And,
When it's all said and done.
he's only 28.
The way he playing, but I don't want to. You don't want to step out on that branch until it is fully formed. He still got a whole lot of more football to play, and he go play a whole lot more football.
He's only
But yeah,
4 behind Brady, 3, 4. Brady has 7.
4, yeah.
4 behind Brady.
4 behind Brady, and he's 28.
He's
And-
28 years old.
and still playing like
At a high level.
elite level.
Yeah.
Like his play has not dropped at all, no matter
You-
what talent looks like around him.
You're right, but you know as well as I do. Once you get on the other side of 30, things
For
can
a
go
quarterback,
south real quick.
Not for a quarterback.
Wait, that
That's
doesn't
the
mean
thing, though.
anything. Tom
That's
Brady
not
on
the
the side
quarterback.
of 30.
A quarterback,
running back.
you
That's
got
a running back on the other side.
usually
Craig.
all the way up to
Quarterback?
35. I think.
That's your prime at 30 for a quarterback.
yeah.
All
But
I
they
said
usually-
on
They
the
usually
wrong
go
side of
around
30,
35. They
not
start
just
to
30.
decline a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. That's your prime years
Yeah.
as a quarterback.
Yeah.
All right.
Usually, because think about it. Brady.
Well, he don't take hits like that
in
either.
his
So
prime. Around 30, Brady was like completely in his prime. And he stayed in his prime until like what, 37? 36,
Yep.
37?
Exactly. I don't know who made that last comment. Think about this. Brady won 3, had a 10-year gap, then won 4 more. Mahomes could do exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know who to give credit to that comment.
That was John Marshall.
Okay.
Yeah.
it was.
Oh yeah,
it was
I
John
agree
Marshall.
with Marshall on that one.
So
Joe Burrow has his number, or at least the defense.
okay, let's
Well,
be a little bit realistic. Yes, there are more talent now than it was when Brady was going through as far as the AFC. You know, because Mahomes do have to worry about Burrow, Jackson, Josh Allen at the least.
Yeah.
But he hasn't had to worry about them 3 out of the last 4 years, is what I'm saying. Like the question that was asked was, could he be that? Yes.
Right. Could he? Yeah,
Very
I agree
well.
with you.
He
I agree
very
with you.
well
By the end of it, yes, barring some kind of catastrophic injury, which we pray and hope on nobody. Yeah, he
I'm just
can
looking
definitely be there.
looking at it as
And I'm looking at
what
that
who went against Brady in the AFC side all those years.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
That was it.
It was mostly him and Peyton Manning, yeah.
Peyton Manning, Phillip Rivers.
Roethlisberger. Every now and then, Philip Rivers is not.
No, you can never say
good he was.
Stop
As
it.
That's why I just
good as
thought-
River
Stop
was.
it.
That's why I just started laughing.
Big Ben, you know,
Big Ben.
Your boy Eli had Brady's number.
Yeah.
That's
Obviously,
NFC.
you know what I mean?
That's NFC.
That's-
No, I'm
He was-
saying,
I agree with
He was
you.
helping out his big brother.
I'm talking about getting there.
It
They
stopped him
helping out his
big brother.
More is what I'm getting at.
They dominated the AFC East for 15 years. It wasn't even
And-
close.
Joe Burrow, he's
just
about
can't
to lose
stay healthy.
weapons. He's about to
He
lose
does.
weapons. Here.
Well, no,
'Cause
not
I think
really.
T. Higgins is gone. I mean,
No.
I know we're not in the free agency, you know.
If they don't tag him, they might franchise
They're
him.
going to tag him.
They go
But then
franchise.
they're
him.
going to
Chase
pay.
long
But then they're
term.
going to pay Jamar Chase too.
No, that's a long term. Jamar Chase is going to be on a long term contract.
Right, but I'm
Higgins is
saying
going
you're
to
going to
be
tag
on-
T. Higgins, but then you got to pay Jamar Chase too.
No, I
If
know
they're going
that.
to dedicate $40 million to the receiver position, and that's it. Tyler Boyd is a free agent. He might be gone. You know what I mean?
No,
So
Boyd is definitely gone. I think
Yeah.
Boyd is definitely
Tyler
gone.
Boyd and Joe Mixon are both going to be gone.
Well, I think Joe Mixon was on his way out the door anyway. Because again, running backs are devalued as far as
they got one more season together. I really believe they'll take T. Higgins and pay him
I think
whatever it is, and then sign Jamar Chase.
And this is a wish list for me, I guess. I think T. Higgins ends up in Tennessee.
They're not going to Tennessee. Stop.
His offensive coordinator is now the head coach, and that's the only offensive coordinator he's had in the NFL. And he has made and he's from Tennessee, and he has made he hasn't been quiet about wanting to play for Callahan again.
Like, can you imagine if T. Higgins ended up in Kansas City?
I think that's where he's going to go.
I don't see him going to Kansas City.
Why not?
I don't want to see him going to Kansas City.
He needs the money.
They don't have the cap space.
I mean,
trust me,
it's going to take at least $20 million to sign him. Kansas City don't have the money. That's the only reason I say no to Kansas City. If they have the money, then yes, I can see him going there.
Oh, okay. I'm going to tell you how they have the money.
Talked with Mahomes to restructure his contract to give them cap space, though.
So Rob is right. They're going to do that. Hold on.
Mahomes just
doing it again this
season. They can do that every year. They can do that
every year.
So hold on. Let me. I'm gonna piggyback to what Rob said. He's absolutely right. He's on this side. On top of that, today they just picked up Chris Jones' option, which means he gets his $3.4 million extra, and they're going to franchise tag him as defensive end, which means they're not paying him his full amount.
Hey, that's what's
I
up.
like that last comment. I don't know who made it, but I like that.
Probably John Marshall.
Man, Mr. Me and
oh no, Johnny Jones. You talk about the one T. Higgins going to Tennessee. That was Johnny Jones.
Okay.
John Marshall, stop trying to make me cry, man.
Me and the Johns are
if these players want their max contract and all that, obviously they'll go to play for a loser. No offense. Now, I
don't hear about them talking about going to the Giants.
Giants are better. Trust me, Giants are already better off than Tennessee.
That was dirty.
Are they
better off? Yes.
Are they? Are you sure?
Yes.
Explain.
Your quarterback is Will Levis.
And yours is Daniel Jones or Tommy DeVito or whatever his name is.
Nope, they're about to draft one.
Who? Are they going to draft at 6? That's going to be worth a damn.
I think Jaden Daniels will fall to 6.
No, he ain't making it past New England.
He ain't get that.
New England on him for real.
The first 3 picks could very well be quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So Bo Nix would be or Penix would be.
I don't think the second pick will be a quarterback.
Drake
May is going to Washington. Yeah, Washington needs a quarterback.
I'll take Penix in a heartbeat.
I just felt like saying something.
Oh.
And they could pick up JJ McCarthy in the second round.
Said Tyrod Taylor is his quarterback.
You're going to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
Right?
Why not
JJ McCarthy?
Over Levis? At this point, over Levis.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Will Levis had 6 touchdowns.
I know you want to prove a point against me, but
yeah, cut it out. Don't do that. Don't do it like this. Not like this, Amir. Not like this.
He said not like this.
Not like this.
I'm not taking mayonnaise eating.
Pick Bo Nix.
I was about to curse. I'm not taking the mayonnaise eater. I'm not.
You know what?
I'm not taking that mayonnaise eater.
Mayonnaise eater.
Mayonnaise
eater.
I know what?
Hey, you got him a lifetime supply of that mayonnaise.
He got a lifetime supply of mayonnaise.
He drinks
mayonnaise.
Hey, just saying.
He drinks it. I mean, that doesn't make it any better, but I'm just saying.
It's gross.
Am I going to ride JJ to the ship, Shane O'Brien? I am not. I just want Daniel Jones out of there.
In the draft next year.
I just want Daniel Jones out of there. JJ is not going to play next year. I don't think anywhere, if I'm being honest, regardless who picks him up. And that's I'm not even joking. I think he'll get drafted and sit for a year and try to figure out NFL is way different than college. That just
JJ McCarthy will get drafted in like round 5.
No, he'll go for
he'll go second round.
He'll probably go first.
And he's rising up right now.
Now he may go that high, but he shouldn't go that high.
but we know that quarterbacks are overvalued
all the time.
on draft time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We know that.
Definitely.
So
I
I
don't know
guess
how we
we're
got
going-
on the draft, but you know,
we're
here we go.
going down
we
that
just gotta
lane.
go back to
I don't know what how we got here, but let's just go with it.
That's why I said it. I don't know how we got down this lane, but
There you
Dana
go.
Jones is playing next year on his $40 million. I want to bang my head. I want to bang my head on this table. But he won't play the year after.
No, I'm laughing at that last comment. I'm sorry.
You got somebody on one page saying that they go scoop up Mac Jones, and somebody on my page saying they going after Watson. So I mean, it looks like the G-men have options.
Watson ain't going nowhere.
No, he
Ain't
ain't going.
nobody gonna take
anybody
a
going nowhere
contract
with
from Cleveland.
Not for 220 guaranteed.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna take a contract from Cleveland.
They're gonna let Cleveland eat.
G-men are gonna scoop up Mac Jones. That was
Yeah, exactly.
that's
Cleveland gonna eat that whole contract. So
That was
They-
hilarious.
they-
Y'all gonna have
they-
Jones and
They
Jones
said they
doing
gonna
that.
offer him all the massage therapists in the tri-state area.
yeah, look, it ain't gonna matter. So they are they gonna let Cleveland eat all of that contract.
sorry,
That
I've been
entire
there.
contract.
Yeah.
They finna eat that
The
whole thing.
NFL, even if Deshaun Watson had played MVP level football, the
Right.
NFL has a point to prove with that one. They're gonna make Cleveland take all of that.
So
Cleveland
there's
is
also,
gonna get that entire
there's
plate.
also rumors that Watson may be facing further suspension, seeing as there's new people came on to, as they say, the docket. So
I thought that case was closed.
it is
Man,
not.
I
No,
don't know
civil
what's going on
civil
with that
cases
boy.
are never closed.
I don't know what's going on with that boy.
Civil, it is all civil. Civil cases are never closed.
I don't know what's going on with that boy.
New
telling you
people can
now.
always they can always add on to new people for some reason. It's a
See what
thing.
happened when you like people to do. You know what? I'm gonna stop. I ain't gonna say it.
With that being said, football news today: Jimmy G pissed hot, taking some testosterone somehow.
It is. Hey,
How was that Viagra for messing with them porn
It
stars?
is. And I think that's exactly what it is.
He was trying to get his porn star body ready.
That was that Viagra for messing with them porn stars.
James Garoppolo.
As the NFL put it, not us. The NFL put he didn't have clearance to use substance of special, and I forgot the term that they used, but it wasn't enhancing. It wasn't.
It was that goat grass.
It wasn't PED.
I thought they did say it was performance enhancing.
That goat
That's
grass.
what- that's
Yeah,
what
he
Adam
was
Schefter
enhancing his
said.
performance. It was that goat grass.
But it wasn't drugs per se.
oh, he was using that goat weed. Oh my god, he was on that goat weed. He tried-
But that being
See,
said,
he should have got with Aaron Rodgers and got some of his stuff.
He had to do something to keep horny goat weed. He had to
That
do
horny
something
goat
to
weed,
keep
there
up
it is.
with them porn stars that he messed with.
well,
Yeah.
he's about to be gone from Las Vegas because they already said
Well,
he'll
he'll
be cut before the 5th day.
So he was
gonna
gone
season.
regardless.
So with that being said, the Raiders pick mid 14, 15, something like that, right?
If I'm not
They're
mistaken.
somewhere in the middle.
I think they
You
picked
see
13.
them moving up.
I don't know. Okay, so me personally, I don't think those top three teams are going to come off their picks. I think Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels are going to go 1, 2, 3 in some order.
So you're
The order may be
I
different.
don't mean to cut you off. I'm going to go right back to you. So you're confident that Chicago is going to trade away Justin Fields and
Yes,
keep the first pick.
yes.
Hmm.
They're gonna
Where-
want
where
to
you
reset because otherwise they're gonna be
Yeah,
looking at Justin Fields on his 5th year, option, and they're gonna have to pay him at
They
some
don't
point.
have to pay him. But
I don't think that he's proven to them that he's worthy of being, a $40 million quarterback. So they're going to reset that position. They're going to reset the quarterback position with the rookie, whether it's, Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels. They're going to go 1, 2, 3 in some order. I don't know the order. I think it's going to be Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, but I don't know. But 1, 2, 3, Chicago, Washington, New England are all going to pick quarterbacks. So that leaves you with, like I said when we were joking about your Giants, either Penix or Bo Nix, maybe JJ McCarthy in that second tier of quarterbacking.
Well,
That's what I'm hoping. They don't move up and Jaden Daniels don't drop down. At that point, I think the best one to get is that offensive line from I think it's Notre Dame.
Joe Alt. I'm hoping he drops to 7.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he drops to Tennessee.
He won't pass the Giants and they don't pick up a quarterback. That's going to be their first guy off.
I think the Giants also might look at receiver though. The receiver from Washington or Malik Neighbors from LSU.
Well, the one problem they didn't have, and I'm not trying to stay positive with the Giants. The wide receiver position wasn't the issue. They had a good wide receiver.
You got Sterling Shepard and what's the other boy name?
Shepard retired, so thank
God.
God.
What's the other boy name?
Higgins, Slayton,
and
Wanda Robinson. Actually, they were decent. I'm not saying not great.
Do you go in next year with them as your only receiver?
I would.
Oh,
because the issue is not them catching. The issue is them getting the ball.
I'm hoping, me as a Titans fan, I'm hoping that Joe Alt is there at 7.
I'm hoping, and I was hoping the safe bet for the Giants was to pick up Joe Alt at 6. Because you can't go wrong with that guy. And hopefully JJ McCarthy falls down, second round.
I don't think he makes. I don't think he.
Yes,
I think he goes like late first.
Jim.
Yes, James.
Go ahead, Jim.
Who just texted that to me?
They said James had no valid therapeutic use exemption.
That's what I was going with. Yes, so it was a therapeutic drug.
That makes it even more goddamn what I said.
Right. That don't say nothing but horny goat weed. That's all I hear. Everything you say is sound like horny goat.
I went to the gas station and got some of that horny goat weed.
That's all that was.
What's the honey at the gas station?
So he got what Aaron Rodgers got, but not the legal kind.
Machine, the shit with the little knob on it.
I don't know. I found that interesting when I read that. That's what the NFL released.
Oh my God.
That's what the NFL released.
And then he said, "I'm not gonna appeal it." Yeah, okay.
No,
I bet you ain't. I bet you ain't.
And he was probably knee deep in some porn star Poo-Tang when he said that.
I know he was.
With it in his hand, literally.
Now, Flake, one thing I was going to ask, because the Bears have cleared $75 million in cap space right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you sure? I think they're going to end up keeping Fields for some ungodly reason and go out and get him some support.
Put him at running back.
I see them keeping Fields, and I really don't see it. But
draft Marvin Harrison. Keep
That's
Fields and draft Marvin Harrison.
That's what I'm thinking they're going to do. I think they're going
to
mess around.
I see them keeping Fields is if somebody gives them an offer for that first pick that they just cannot refuse.
And you know who's been trying to get it off of them? Washington Commandants. The Commandants have been shooting down.
Washington really wants Caleb Williams because of the Cliff Kingsbury connection that he had with him at USC.
Yep.
So they really want Caleb Williams for that reason.
They really want.
But, I mean, to go from 2-1, they're not going to get a. They're not going to get a. I can't believe it. Offer to go from 2-1, from 1-2. They're not the 49ers. They're not going to do anything stupid like the Trey Lance deal.
Say what you said again. Say it one more time.
That's what I said. Don't look away.
Who made that Trey Lance deal?
Oh,
the
49ers.
So we just bringing up old stuff.
We are.
That's what we doing.
Hey,
I pray for nothing but Tannehill on you for the rest of your life.
Look,
the entire rest of your prayers will not come true because Tannehill himself has said he's not coming back.
I pray for nothing but Tannehill.
Hallelujah.
So Will Levis gonna be the next Tannehill, and then the next one after that gonna be Tannehill. I pray for nothing but Tannehills in your future for the rest of your life.
You are so terrible.
At Florida, with the Celtics.
As long as that boy name ain't Tannehill, I will be okay.
With Florida, with the Celtics, with Tennessee, with the Atlanta Braves, I pray for nothing but Tannehills in your future.
Whoa. You're doing too much now. You ain't got to bring my Braves into this now. You ain't got to do that. Now fall back.
Hold on now.
Fall
the
back.
Braves did pick up a Tannehill, but his name is Chris Sale. Either way, we'll have a baseball breakdown next couple weeks as we go into the 2024 MLB regular season. This is All-Star Weekend. We're moving on, Donovan. That was a perfect segue. But
said he was Baker Mayfield.
Remember to listen to our show every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Vibe95 radio.com. Thank you.
that was before Baker Mayfield actually had a good season this year.
Shane O'Brien, Texas Tech.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't Texas Tech off the cuff. Pat Mahomes.
Gentlemen, it's All-Star Weekend in Indiana. Are we watching the
like
LED lights?
made up?
Are we watching the LED light basketball court tonight?
No.
I might watch it.
Are we watching what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
The LED light basketball court on the celebrity game tonight.
Oh, the celebrity game? No, I don't care about that.
I ain't got no lights, so I might.
Well, I know you got to watch the slam dunk contest. Jaylen Brown, first
Oh
star,
yeah,
first star in a while.
I mean, I'm not
has
gonna be
joined-
enthused.
No, but that's a big deal because that opens the door to other stars in the future. Like Josh Shoot 'em up Morant might do it next year. You know, you never know how if they.
You got to make sure his knees healthy.
You got to make sure he's on probation to travel.
Shoot them up.
Not probation.
I'm just saying that opens the door to future stars, does it not?
I mean, not really, because they still ain't gonna do it.
This was 10, 15 years ago, yeah. But I think now I don't the stars we want to see, I don't think we're gonna get to see them.
Not anymore. But
Because like I'm pretty sure we all would have wanted to see a LeBron in a dunk contest.
Yeah.
Not now, but 10, 15 years ago, we would want to have seen that. I think now it's we're gonna get these secondary stars. I don't think Jaylen Brown is a superstar.
he's
like,
I thought he was 1A or 1B. I forgot which one he was.
He was 1B.
1B. Okay.
I don't think he's an elite superstar in this league, but he's a superstar.
So I'm saying, okay, imagine guys like a Halliburton, guys like De'Aaron Fox, guys, you know what I'm saying? How about what are those guys in this couple years?
Guys. Those guys, those are young guys.
Right,
So,
well, we're talking about saving. We're talking about saving the dunk contest.
Right, but I'm
agreeing
saying
with you.
right. No, not and yeah, okay, yeah.
Not since was it Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine nobody's been excited about.
Say that one more time. Say that name one more time.
What's that name again?
Say it one more time. I think you meant Levine.
No. He said what he meant. Go ahead and say it again.
Is it not spelled Vine?
Yeah.
Is it not spelled Vine?
Just like that boy in Milwaukee. What's his name?
Which we gonna talk about Mr. G in a second. But
All-Star Weekend.
Yes, Sabrina.
We'll get there.
I can't say her last name, and I'm not going to jack it up.
We're about to get there. Say
her name. Say her name.
Sabrina Ionescu.
I cannot. I wasn't about to
you
jack
can say
up
that,
name.
but you can't say Giannis.
Thank you, Shane.
He can say
Picking on me.
Say his last name.
What? Who?
Giannis. Say his last name.
Y'all need to be worried about Doc Rivers.
Man, look.
Since y'all opened that door, let's talk about it.
Hired him.
That's what happened when you.
I started laughing.
That's what happened when you hire a coach that the team don't want.
No. I haven't been on the show since Doc Rivers was hired as head coach.
He's
we ain't talking about him.
He's 37. But once I saw him as the coach, I bust out laughing because Doc Rivers is not a good. He's not a good coach. I'm just gonna say it. He's
right. You wasn't saying that when he wanted to do with y'all,
but you didn't let me finish. He's had some great players that he's coached, but he is not a good coach.
He is definitely not a good coach.
He's had some great players that he has coached, but he's been in great situations. He himself is not a good coach. And I said that when he was in Boston. I said that. I mean,
I'm not understanding what the dynamic is when you trade for a Dame Lillard and you're not as good. Let's go back a couple weeks first. For people that are just tuning in for the first time, let's recap the Milwaukee Bucks season starting off 30-13.
Exactly. Shane O'Brien, exactly.
Starting off 30-13, Alvin Griffin, right, was the coach.
Adrian Griffin.
I was thinking Alvin Gentry. I don't know why.
I was about to say no, it's Alvin Gentry. And I was like, wait a minute.
That's somebody else. Adrian Griffin.
But he was part of the Bucks franchise too, though.
From
Alvin Gentry.
From Seton Hall, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. 30-13.
Oh, yeah, I'm a Celtics fan too, Mr. O'Brien.
So I'm trying to figure out, okay, we already started. They had issues. And Antetokounmpo, plural, both of them wanted Griffin gone.
The Nassus and Giannis.
I'm not going that route with y'all today.
Be honest.
I was just saying the names for you. I was saying the names for you. The Nassus and Giannis. You ain't got to say it. I'm going to say it for you, brother. I got you.
Thank you, sir. I'm not going that route with y'all. With that being said, they've gone 3-7, like our statistician said, since yesterday's interview, losing to the Memphis Grizzlies, a no Ja Morant Memphis Grizzly team, no Steven Adams Memphis Grizzly team, no Dylan Brooks. They already didn't have him because he moved to Houston.
I'm about to say Steve Adams was traded too.
What I'm saying
Dylan
is
Brooks trash.
They were good last year. They're not good this year. They're quite possibly the worst team in the NBA this year.
Oh no, not as long as that team that's in Michigan is still in the NBA.
I say the Pistons
Detroit,
is still out there.
We can say Detroit.
We can't. Hey, I'm not even gonna disrespect Detroit like that by saying that.
I just say the Pistons.
Team that's in Michigan is still in the NBA. They can't be the worst team.
Doc Rivers was asked yesterday
what
happened. He said his team went to Cabo.
Some of the players were in Cabo.
I think you was talking about their minds though, because Shaq and Chuck both said that they see them getting swept out the playoffs.
Right. Let's fast forward. You guys think
this team has sucked since Doc Rivers has been the coach. I mean, they were number 2 in. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think I was going to ask the question for you about to answer it. Let's fast forward and let's do a prediction. Where will they fall in the East? And do they get swept in the first round?
Me?
Now you can talk. Yeah, you about to say it.
No, yeah. Look, if they didn't have such a head start, I would say they wouldn't even make the playoffs. But they had such a head start that they'll make the playoffs.
I'm gonna make the playoffs.
Actually, right?
They make the playoffs.
Right now, they 4 spots out of being in the play-in. They 4 games out of being in the play-in.
They got too much talent.
I mean,
we're worried about in a series. Can they beat the white hot Cleveland Cavaliers?
They got a 13-game lead to head start over before they drop out of even the play-in. So
Cavaliers went 18-2.
I'm looking at it right now.
Huh?
They have a 4-game lead for the play-in.
Listen to what I said. Listen to what I said. They have a 13-game lead before they would drop out of the play-in. So they will get in the playoffs, is what I'm saying. They'll be in the playoffs.
Is the play-in really in the playoffs, though?
Let's break up this monotony a little bit. Chef, talk to me, Milwaukee. How do you see them finishing the regular season?
There's no. Right. I don't know if they just got to have a come to Jesus meeting or something. They're gonna have to do something because right now they're so discombobulated. There's no saving this right now. They're just a dumpster fire, and there's no water in sight for the dumpster. So
they just beat the Denver Nuggets. They're by 20 points the other day.
I mean, hey, miracles happen every night.
They lost by 20 against the saying I'm not understanding what's going on with that thing.
Exactly. They'll do something good and then boom, they'll turn around and have that dumpster fire of a play the next game. You don't know which team you're gonna get every night. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I don't understand it, honestly. They should be way better and way farther ahead. But I honestly have to agree with Fleck. Doc Rivers was not the coach to bring in. You had the coach. You had him. And you had to remove him out basically because, like you said, Giannis and Theonis, or whatever his name is,
Thanasis.
Has that been verified?
Thanos.
No. That's just rumor.
So did they ever give a reason why he was let go?
He had to sign an NDA, and he's no longer. We can't find his body.
I'm saying, I don't know where he's at. The reason why he was
They never really gave a good reason.
It had something to do with the NASA's.
That was one of them. Oh, the grass is greener on the other side. No, it ain't. The grass is dead on the other side.
I mean, it's straight dead. It's weeds.
So we all can agree that the only reason Thanos has a job is because his brother.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's the only reason he has a job.
Everybody knows it.
That's the only reason why
the other two brothers ain't on the Bucks roster.
Exactly.
The one they had signed him for a second, but then they cut him. But the only reason he was on the Lakers roster when they won the bubble championship is because they thought he was going to be able to live up to what Giannis was doing.
And they wanted him to go quite possibly to the Lakers as well. So he's, he was on 1 year contracts for a little bit. We're going to move on. We had a big momentous occasion yesterday. I know one of our I don't know if it was mentioned in the comments or not, but Caitlin Clark broke the women's record yesterday, passing Darren Waller's wife for all-time scoring. That'll be fun, by the way. Out there. Imagine her kids. Those kids are
I'm gonna give you some of that.
She has a chance to break Pistol Pete's
record,
all-time NCAA record, if she keeps up her current average through the rest of the regular season.
And or she still has 1 year of eligibility. She can return.
I don't see her coming back.
I'm just saying. I just said and or.
Right, but I think she breaks it this year.
Because the first
pick of the
draft goes to Indiana Fever. She may not want to go to Indiana.
She's averaging 32.9.
She scored 49, last night.
She scored 49, and that the record breaker. She shot that bitch from damn near half court.
Oh yeah.
She was sitting on the logo.
Yes, she was.
She wants to play in Indiana, Shane?
She's not coming. She's not coming back to Iowa. Like I don't think.
Well,
like she's too big of a.
Things are different. NIL speaks. She might make more money coming back.
I say she wanted to play in Indiana though.
I think she's gonna go to the WNBA and really, she's not coming back.
They're not gonna make that money though. I get upset because they don't make them.
Yeah, that part sucks.
Yeah, they don't make that money.
I understand.
Why can't they get NILs too?
They're not bringing in the type of revenue
because the league has already sponsorships to them.
Yeah. But no, she's gonna break his record this year.
Yeah,
she's gonna break his record before she leaves this year. So there's not gonna be a reason for her to come back next year. Let me say it that way. Then
I'm gonna tell you, she did what she had to do. She's been great. I'm just hoping
she's been GOAT.
And I heard
she hasn't been great. She's been GOAT status.
I understand that. I am going with
killing it.
I'm going a different angle. I've heard this today. I was watching Around the Horn earlier. I'm hoping that college basketball still remains, women's college basketball still remains in focus even after Caitlin Clark is gone next year. You think about the Final Four last year was amazing numbers was put on. This year, all the focus has been on Caitlin Clark. And I'm hoping next year, players like Juju Watkins of USC gets the same love. I'm hoping players, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hoping they still get the focus.
And I think they will.
Got this year.
I think they will because it wasn't just Caitlin Clark that got that shine.
Yeah.
You think about it. You know what I'm saying? Did we know who Van Lith was last year before she did her thing?
She did.
It was
for the wrong reasons. But she left Louisville.
We knew her at Louisville because of, you know what I'm saying, the way she was playing ball.
Right. But she's been lost in the sauce this year. This year's all been
but that's not what I'm saying though. I'm saying it was more than just, yes, Caitlin Clark was clearly the star of women's college basketball, but it wasn't just Caitlin Clark, is what I'm saying. The women's game is in, I think, as good, if not better position than they've been ever.
And
I'm agreeing with you. I'm talking about next season. I'm hoping.
Yes, because
it's going to continue on.
Like I said, it hasn't been just Caitlin.
I'm telling you, you'd be surprised. You'd be
surprised.
Now,
I'm going to say this.
But it hasn't just been Caitlin Clark, is what I'm getting at. It hasn't been.
And then you got to still think about the fact that the team that everybody is trying to catch up with is not Iowa. It's South Carolina.
Right.
South Carolina is the powerhouse right now. in.
Ohio State is playing.
I was just about to ask
Now,
you.
Ohio State is playing.
Nobody's
great
talking
this
about
year.
Ohio
They
State.
are playing this
They're
year.
number
I'm
two.
talking about
But-
them. They're playing
but-
good ball.
I'm talking about the media.
let's-
Well, we
let's-
are the media. We're
But
not
let's
the
be clear.
mainstream
But let's be clear that South Carolina team right now is
Oh.
devastating.
Yeah, I don't
They
see
are-
anybody beating them. I don't.
I don't
Yeah.
know if anybody can beat them.
what South Carolina was lacking last year was, you know what I'm saying, that outside shot.
Right.
They got
Because-
it.
They went and got that.
It was all post, you know what I'm saying? If they weren't getting it in the post, they wasn't scoring. Now they got that
Right.
outside shot.
Dawn Staley
Exactly.
said, "Hold my beer." And she found
Hold
herself
it.
shooters.
Now they got
And
that
she-
outside shot. So,
And,
but
and
yes, I think the women's college game is in a
it's gonna be
great
fine.
place.
Also,
Yeah,
a
it's gonna be fine.
couple of things worth mentioning. I believe Gino Auriemma, I think, is one victory away from tying Mike
Yes, sir.
Krzyzewski, I believe,
Coach Krzyzewski.
Yeah.
at number two. At number
That's
two
good.
all time.
Yeah,
Oh.
number 2 because he's not going to pass Van Diver.
No, because she's still coaching.
So that's
Shout
that's
out to
intriguing.
Gino.
And he said that this might be his last year.
I was just about to get to that. And it sounded like all signs are pointing to this being it for Gino Auriemma in Connecticut. So
Because he did say when they asked, you know what I'm saying, if he was going to try to get the all-time record, he was like, he doesn't see himself being around long enough to get it. Because
I
she's
mean-
elected and he plans on, but he's
What-
done it in less years than,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what you kind of look like without him on that sideline?
Well,
No.
well, we can imagine that before he got there, UConn was terrible.
Well, I mean,
UConn
that's the
was
thing.
not a destination
Right.
college.
I will meet you halfway, Chef. I'll meet you halfway. It's like watching Duke basketball now without Mike Krzyzewski.
Yeah.
The chef asking that question, but he about
They're
to
good, but not Coach K good.
chef asking that question, but he about to see that this coming football season.
Well, my situation is different than theirs. At least I know who my head coach is, and I have a good head coach that has already been to the show coming in. I don't know who
They
that
might
is.
defunct Pac-12.
I
I
I
don't
get it.
know. I mean, I
There's
get
a
it.
Washington
Defunct Pac-12.
I get it, but
Washington
I mean,
South.
he still did. He's a proven winner.
Eh.
Wherever he went, he's won. So until he proves otherwise, I have to go with it. I have no choice.
You do have no choice but to go with Washington South
Go see if he can win
this season.
in the SEC.
This
I'll give him 2
weekend,
years. I'll give him 2 years.
couple notes. The great one today stepped down. He says illness is not. I'm telling you right now, his back went out yesterday once again, and that is the great Tiger Woods.
He had to be
Came
carted
back,
off.
I think.
He got carted off.
Tiger Woods has stepped down 10 years ago.
His back spasmed up,
Oh,
and he had to be carted away.
Hold on. When Michael Jordan came back with the Wizards, they were still talking about Michael Jordan. So we're going to
But-
talk about Tiger Woods.
But Michael Jordan was still also playing at an elite level with the Wizards.
Yeah,
Right.
it was just Kwame
Tiger
Brown.
Woods has not been elite in years.
Kwame Brown wasn't Dennis Rodman. Couldn't grab no rebound.
Y'all think Tiger Woods still messing with all them women? He out there hanging out with James Garoppolo?
We're a sports show, sir. We're a sports show.
I think he got that out of his system.
He said,
Tiger
"No, we're a
Woods is
sports
not
show."
elite.
He ain't at the gas station getting them honey packs.
This is not.
That's why his back keep going up.
This is all sports matters, the TMZ edition.
That's why his back keep going up.
I agree. He did change the game, but all I'm saying is he has not been elite in years. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
No,
taking
he's still
what
on there.
he did to the game, what he meant to the game.
He wasn't elite when he won the Masters 5 years ago. Aha, I'm throwing it out there.
Bro,
I mean, you're elite if you
like
win the
I
match.
said, Tiger Woods has not been. He is a game changer. Yes, I respect what he did for the game of golf. I'm not taking any of that away from him. I am saying in the
At this
here
point in
and
his
now,
career.
what have you done for me lately? He has not been elite. That's all I'm saying.
At this point in his
I'm not taking
career.
away from anything that he done or meant to the game of golf.
I mean,
Also, this weekend, it's UFC 298. We have Volkanovski is the champion, two-time champion. Alexander Volkanovski.
How the hell can you say these names, but you can't say Giannis?
the greatest question ever. Like I was thinking the
Because
same thing.
I say words on how they are spelt. Understand?
No, I
No,
don't.
I
You're
don't.
not gonna make me
I really
understand
don't.
that.
I use the knife while turning the knob. I'm just saying, I'm that guy. If it's on paper,
You
I
messed
am
up your-
using every
Messed up your
letter.
canoe.
That's right.
Kanye,
I be messing up my knees all the
Shane
time.
O'Brien.
Tore your ACL
Paul-
in your knee.
Pause that question. Ain't nobody riding on Tiger Woods.
Fighting undefeated Ilya.
Sir, this is the sports show, sir.
Also, we got Robert Whitaker, Paulo Costa, and two-level champion Henry Cejudo is also in action this weekend.
Spell that.
I'm just throwing it out there. You got
I bet you his name is not spelled the way it looks.
who?
The last name you just said.
Cejudo?
Yeah.
Cejudo.
See, you didn't say the J in that.
Cejudo. Who?
That's a W. That's not a J.
But see, in Spanish, the
In
J
Spanish,
is a H.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
Jim.
Thank you.
I'm just saying he.
He's on timeout.
He's on timeout.
You don't put the producer on timeout. He
Cejudo.
put you on timeout.
I'm looking forward to that. You got a couple months away from UFC 300, the 300th pay-per-view. They're still waiting for a main event on that one, by the way. But the card is stacked.
See, I never understood. Like, so every pay-per-view they have, they just add on to the number. It's not like a yearly thing.
No, it's smart.
No, it's just every time they do something.
Right.
Like WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
What number they on now?
40.
No, not WrestleMania, UFC.
298.
98.
You ain't about to tell me that they only had 298 pay-per-views.
Yes.
That's exactly
How long
what
UFC?
it's telling.
How long UFC been going on?
2000, 2001.
And
That's
all they had was
exactly
300 pay-per-views.
That's
So when
exactly
they first,
what we're telling you.
yes.
That's what I got.
So when they first started, I think every event was called because they only had one event. Now they got UFC fight nights. They got UFC.
That makes
You
sense.
know what I'm saying? There's one every week, but there's only one pay-per-view a month. The pay-per-views are
Makes sense.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Like
They have
last week
different
was Fight
promotions.
Night 102 or something like that. They're just trying to keep it simple.
I mean,
Makes sense.
I guess. They about to change things up with WWE, so it don't matter.
Hey, they own both of them. So
They just signed a 5-year exclusive rights thing or something for their pay-per-views
that's
No,
just
it's
just
goes
like
to
the
Anaheim.
That's just
Yeah.
in
Anaheim.
Anaheim.
to make
It's
sure
Anaheim, yeah.
to make sure they go back there every year. That's it.
Gotcha.
Multiple times a year.
It's them and
He
WWE,
said
right?
at least three events a year.
So here's the thing that, and we're almost out of time. What they're
No,
trying
we're
to
not.
do is do a whole weekend of UFC Saturday, WWE Sunday.
He said the chef fall
Did you
asleep.
fall asleep,
No,
bro?
I was watching. No, I'm looking at something. I'm trying to tell Hey, look, be patient, Shane O'Brien. Be patient.
They're trying to do that in the same city. So it'll be Anaheim, UFC Saturday, Anaheim, WWE Sunday. They're trying
Yeah.
to make it every month in the same city. That's their goal. And that is pretty much our show. Chef, talk to us. What you got?
So first, let me applaud Caitlin because she has been amazing for college basketball. She has truly been, an innovator of the game. But in actuality, she is not the true record holder for scoring in women's basketball.
Say it ain't so.
There is a person that scored, and I'm making sure I have the correct number, 4,061 points from 1975 to 1979 when there was the NC, what is it? I'm sorry. The
NAI.
Association of Intercollegiate Athletics for Women.
Right.
Mm.
They weren't.
Cheryl Miller.
Right. No.
Nope.
Cheryl Miller was in the 90s.
And get this, she was only 5'7".
I know you're talking about. I forgot the name. I know exactly what you're talking about.
She averaged 33.6 points in her last season as a senior, and she never averaged anything less than 30 points a game.
Because the NCAA didn't start women's until like 82 or something along those lines.
So, does anybody know her name?
No.
No.
I was just about to ask the same thing that Shane O'Brien.
She's from South Carolina, and her name is Pearl Moore. She is 66 years old.
I read that earlier.
Sound like
last name again?
Pearl Moore.
That was my cousin.
Sound like somebody named Pearl.
And I mean,
you look like somebody.
I literally want people to think about this. There wasn't no 3-pointers back then.
No.
There were only free throws and 2-pointers. She averaged at 5'7", 30+ points a game, and then her last season she averaged 33.6 points a game.
She dunked on 3 people.
That was my cousin. Them.
That's your cousin.
It's possible. We don't know.
I mean, hey, look, don't doubt it, because it could be down the line for real.
I need to do a 21andMe or whatever it's called.
Man, that thing right there ain't nothing but the feds.
They got hacked too.
I wouldn't
23andMe.
That ain't nothing but a fed.
That's what it is.
That ain't nothing but a fed database.
So yeah, Caitlin did a great job, and she'll pass Pete, but she'll never catch Pearl. And she has a chance to pass. Well, sorry, let me go back. She didn't average 33.6 a game. The record holder for average points in a season made that many points per game. And she is a D1 player that graduated in 1989 from Mississippi Valley State.
Jerry Rice?
No,
Jerry Rice's little cousin?
No,
Jerry Rice's sister?
I'm like, why is Jerry Rice being brought up with a female?
Jerry Rice's little cousin?
Nope. This is Patricia Hoskins.
Joanna Man?
Joanna
How you
Man.
know that's not Jerry Rice's little cousin?
Pineapples. I don't like it.
Either way, Sunday mornings, we got the All Sports Matter radio show on a Parlay Period app. Parlay, use the period, look it up as an app, or www.vibe95station.com. We will break down what went wrong once again with the 49ers and why are they blaming Steve Wilkes. And we'll try not to use racism, but that's all we can think at this point.
Say what you said. Go ahead. It's Black History Month. Get it off your chest. Get it off your chest. It's Black History Month. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna go as far as say it was racism. I just don't like the fact that he was a scapegoat. I don't know if it was racist though.
I don't know how the interview went, but I think he said something about like when he was in Carolina, they didn't like him, and neither do we. Either way, that's been our show. What?
I don't want no part of this. Don't put me in this. I don't want no part.
We only got one viewer, Mr. Shane O'Brien. Either way, we're good.
We got two.
We
got two.
That's me. I'm watching on the
Nope.
What?
No.
What?
Shane OB, what's up, baby?
Hey, don't what me. What David Tepper?
No, I'm not wetting you. That's news to me.
I'm just saying that you won't find that. You won't find that on the normal. That's why we do what we do. We tell the truth.
So we do what we do.
Yeah, we not like these other shows out here. We gonna tell the unadulterated truth.
I'm not a beer.
Well, these other shows only do football.
Only football. And nothing but football.
And when your team beat their team, you know they be mad.
My God, we're being petty. Let's
all
go.
the way.
Hey,
well,
hold on. Some people watch basketball, football, and baseball, but here, all sports matters.
Oh my God. How did we get
oh my God.
Oh my
I don't know what happened, but I love y'all. We out.
Man.